Okay, so I'm back outside enjoying a little back porch sipping. Last night, or I should say this morning, I saw 1:30 on the clock and I was absolutely wide awake. Couldn't hold my eyes open. I was reading a book and the minute my head hit the pillow, everything under the sun started going through my mind. And I haven't had a night like that in a long time. So I'm going to chill and take it easy. I've got some pre cooked meat that I've seasoned thawing in the sink right now. And I'm going to do a stuffed spinach cheese tortellini with ground beef that's been seasoned and some spaghetti sauce. It's just me and my dog here, so we're going to keep it on the easy to fix kind of night. Anyway, I'm counting down the days. I got 2 more days and I'm on vacation until July 14th. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I spent the last weekend with my boys and Dale's wife Amanda and my grandsons, two dogs, a couple of their friends. The weather was perfect. Got a little rain, but you know what? That is the South this year. We are inundated. I was telling somebody today, my yard is so green that my yard guy is that expense is the highest expense I have on a monthly basis because the grass is needing cutting like it seems like every other day. I've got a knockout rose bush over here and it is covered in beautiful red blooms, and it was something that my husband asked Blair to get for me for my 60th birthday. And anyway, he passed away that week. So it's kind of a bittersweet thing. I see it, it's beautiful. But in the same vein, it's sad. But anyway, Steve was here today. He worked on the staircase some more, and it is looking amazing. He's taken a mixture of browns and kind of maroon, kind of burgundy reds, and doing variegated or varying shades of those colors on the brick. And he's got one wall completed, and I'll tie in a video of that with this. So once he gets the other side complete, we I'm not I'm not the one doing it. He is. He's gonna whitewash it so that it has like an old antique brick look to it. I was on the fence about doing that after looking at the white paint for several days, and a couple people were over here and they're like, I don't paint it. It looks great like it is. Keep it white. It's a nice entrance to the upstairs creative studio that I've been working on since December. And boy, I mean, I was really on the fence about doing it, but I'm glad I'm going ahead with it, and I think it's going to look amazing. And I'm ready to get the rest of the things done to get this completed. This leaves me with lighting, getting the mini split installed, building an island, and building a desk. I've got a friend who's offered to help me get the island built, and I've got a desk that's one of the that I'm going to make for my computer and monitor and all that. Or I guess I should say a work table. It's not going to be a desk with drawers. But I've got the two of the old wooden doors that were upstairs in the old bedrooms, and I'm going to repurpose them for the face of the island and the top for the desk. I'll get a leaded glass cut. I already got legs to put down for it, and I think it's going to be pretty cool and amazing. We'll see. But it's coming along really nicely. I feel like a lot of progress has been made. It's been start, stop, start, stop for months. But I've got more time than I do money, and you know what? Everything happens at the right time. I had a couple month delay waiting on somebody to do the sheetrock. You know, like I've said before, I've called an old workmate and who had a business doing remodeling, thinking that maybe he could do it. And he put me in touch with Steve Nicholson with Full Sand Renovation, and it was just meant to be. He and his crew, I cannot say enough. They got it knocked out, and now it's just down to the little customization. And technically, could I have done that? Yes, but sometimes when somebody has an artistic vein rolling through them like he obviously does, it's nice to let them kind of run with it and see what they come up with. I had some inspiration that I shared with him, but he's really doing a beautiful job with it. And it's all, of course, time, but an Amazon roller that makes a brick pattern in plastic. Who would have thought? So now, like this evening when I went out there to my deep freeze to go get this meat, I've got this shop, and it's the ugliest shop, but it's huge, and you put like tools and lawnmower and all that kind of stuff you need to have a space for. Anyway, the metal is just like ugly, and I'm sitting here looking at it right now thinking, what can I do? I wish I could afford to pay this guy in town who's an unbelievable artist. His name is, I think it's Ernest Doty, and he's painted a lot of murals in our community that look absolutely amazing. If you ever come to Pulaski, Tennessee, and you see something stunning like the turkey mural behind Chris Williams' law office or the side of the local farmer building, you're just going to be blown away at how beautiful they are. Now, I can do some painting. Am I that good? Maybe many years ago, possibly. Haven't done it in years except to paint walls. So, kind of on the fence about it. But one of my favorite flowers are zinnias and sunflowers. And every time I look at that building, I'm thinking, even if I could start at the bottom and come up so high and paint it with some beautiful flowers, maybe it would make it a little bit prettier and not just so, there's that tin, a little rusty. It's not that pretty, but it does serve a purpose, and it sure is handy, storing those beach chairs you normally bust out once a year, and coolers, all that crap everybody has that you got to do something with. But anyway, again, I'm just out here enjoying a little back porch sipping. Last night, again, I made the mistake of drinking a full leaded diet sun drop, and I think I thought about every single thing that could be thought of in the universe. I haven't had a night like that, and I honestly cannot remember when, thankfully. I'm going to tie in a little bit of that video showing the entrance going up the steps, and you may not be excited about it, but I really am, because I have been wanting to do this ever since I moved in this house in 1998. Back then, I had a graphic design business, and there was another building on my property, and the idea was that I would have my office space upstairs, and then the building would be used for, I don't know, just whatever. So at the time when I bought the house, there was a swimming pool, one of those above ground 24-foot swimming pools, and I could not see that pool from the upstairs. And my boys at that time were probably, I don't know, 6, 8, somewhere in that neighborhood. And boys being boys, I just really didn't feel comfortable leaving them, to their own devices in the backyard. And I just got distracted because I have a hummingbird, just really enjoying those roses. So I ended up having the other little building, fixed up as an office, and I just decided, no, I'll just continue to use that upstairs space as an attic like everybody else has. So anyway, I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to doing some fun, cool stuff upstairs. I can't wait for you to meet my family and my friends. They are nothing. I mean, we always have a good time, and you never know what somebody's going to say. Well, thanks for checking out this video, and I'd love for you to subscribe to my channel and follow me on TikTok, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye. So here is the progress for the custom brick paint job. Don't have all my lights and stuff up yet. Again, this has been a long, drawn-out work in progress, but Steve is doing an amazing job. I was kind of torn for a little while about keeping the brick white because it really did look bright and clean, but I think once he whitewashes this, It is going to look like some really old reclaimed brick, and I'm so excited. Again, he's worked several hours on this, painstakingly painting each brick a different color, and I think it's going to look amazing. And this was all done again with plaster and a roller, which was purchased off of Amazon, and they used it to stamp the pattern in the brick, and I cannot wait. I think the whitewash is going to really tone everything down and still keep it, give it a little brightness, but I cannot wait for it to be completed. The steps going down are fairly narrow, and we talked about not putting the handrail back up. The handrail was just that old garden variety 1950s style that everybody had, just the wood, oak wood. I think what I want to do, and I believe it's called it's gas line, and you would use, I don't know, there's different pieces that you would put together with it. I've seen photos of it, and I'm going to figure this out. But I want something fairly narrow, and I'll be 62 next month, so I got to keep in mind about getting older and going down those steps and being safe. But I sure can't wait to see it all together with the lighting that's going to go up and everything else that's going to go with.